Good morning, buddies. Especially to you, ma'am. So this is all about the security survey and inspection. The security survey. A security survey is a formal process of reviewing a business, residence, or other facility to identify security weakness and recommend improvement. It involved assessing physical security procedures and other factors to determine the current security status, pinpoint deficiencies in purpose, solution to enhance protection. The findings are typically summarized in a report that outlines current measures, weaknesses, and specific actionable recommendations. So, for this, a security survey is a formal process of reviewing a business, residence, or other facility. Purpose: it aims to identify security weakness and recommend improvement process, assess physical security procedures and other factors, determine the current security status. Outcomes: the findings are summarized in a report that outlines current measures, highlight weaknesses, provide specific actionable recommendations. Security surveys include checklists, audits, or inventories of security conditions. Some expert includes the risk analysis, but the process should instead begin with a needs assessment. It identifies people, things, process that are necessary to the continuation of the business or work, before the focus is directed to the potential threats that may interrupt operation. On-site inspections and analysis are necessary in order to determine there is existing security, to identify deficiencies, to determine the level of protection needed, and to recommend measures to enhance overall security. The identification of anomalies implies that the surveyor is to pinpoint a certain level of security and that the existing condition falls short of that. Sequentially, it requires the needs of enterprise be recognized as they will determine what requires protection to the stage. The needs assessment is no longer implicit but explicit. It is fact the foundation of the surveyor. So for these security surveys, emphasizing the importance of needs assessment and on-site analysis, on-site inspection and analysis. On-site inspection and analysis are necessary to determine existing security, identify deficiencies, determine the level of protections needed, recommend measures to enhance overall security. Ang surveyor's role is the surveyors can pinpoint a certain level of security, recognize that existing conditions fall short of that level, acknowledge the need for the enterprise to be recognized, determine what requires protection, and need assessment to a need assessment is no longer implicit but explicit and serves as the foundation for the surveyor. Importance of security survey. Some managers do not realize the huge loss that result in security related problems in their organization. Most think that security concerns should be directed against external threats like burglaries and robberies. They need to be more aware of their security needs because they can possibly incur more losses from fraud, abuse, and other crimes than from other security concerns that they have previously prioritized, like fire or industrial accidents. An organization can consult with a security expert to determine if a security survey is necessary. They can also seek information about their crime-related losses. They can use the security surveys to determine if they need to be concerned about certain security issues such as theft, fraud, forgery, arson, burglary, robbery, malicious damage, personal screening, and investigation. Thief of trade secrets, industrial espionage, executive protection, kidnap, extortion, bomb threats, bombing, and emergency disaster planning. So, the importance of security surveys by addressing common misconceptions and outlining the range of security issues they can address. So, as my scope of security survey helps determine if organization need to be concerned about various security issues, including theft, fraud, and forgery, or anything else. Facility that already has a security plan can use the security survey to establish if the plan is up to date and still functional. The security plan could have been established because there was an urgent need at the moment, with no regards to centralization and coordination of the organization overall security needs. These plans need to be updated with all policies, procedures, and safeguards consolidated and all security related components complementing one another. If there is no security plan, a security survey will be useful in determining the needs for it as well as determine the security measures that should be included in the plan. A comprehensive survey of the facility entire operation and procedures will enable the organization decision makers to identify critical security factors in the facility. The survey will also be useful in analyzing vulnerabilities and evaluating cost-effective countermeasures for protection of assets. So for this, how a security survey is useful whether or not a facility already has a security plan in place. For facilities with existing security plans, a facility with a security plan can use a security survey to establish if the plan is up to date and still functional. Security plans may need updating if they were established due to an urgent need at the time. Now regards to centralization and coordination of the organization overall security needs. So the survey should also recommend the establishment of policies and procedures regarding the following security service. Sinowal 2003. The protection against internal and external theft including embezzlement, fraud, burglary, robbery, industrial espionage, and the theft of trade secrets and proprietary information. Development of access control procedures to protect the facility perimeter as well as the computer facilities and executive offices located inside. Installation of anti-intrusion and detection system. Establishment of a workplace violence program to help corporate personnel deal with internal and external threats. Control over the movement and identification of employees, customers, and visitors on company property. So, as my scope for this is security services for which a security survey should recommend the establishment of policies and procedures. Establishment of emergency and disaster plans and guidelines. The identification of internal resources available and needed for the establishment of effective security programs. Development and presentation of instructional seminars for management and of operation personnel. The above list includes the most frequently encountered programs and systems reviewed or developed as a result of a security survey, but security experts may add to it depending on the needs of the facility. So as you can see, it looks like it's an additional components often reviewed or developed following security surveys. The value of a security professionals. Organizations face huge losses due to security-related concerns that a security service could have eliminated, prevented, or controlled. Security professionals are equipped with expertise to handle such matters. Charles A. Sinewald emphasized the value of the security professionals in preventing such loss. Sinewald 2003. Crime prevention. The very essence of a security professional's existing is another spoke in the wheel of total loss control. It is the orderly and predictive identifications, abatement, and response to criminal opportunities. It is a managed process which fosters the elimination of the emotional crisis, responds to criminal losses, and promotes the timely identification of exposure to criminality before this exposure mature to a confrontation process. So, as you can see, it emphasizes the value of security professionals in preventing and controlling losses due to security-related concerns. The role of security professionals. Organization face huge losses due to security-related and related concerns. A security survey could have eliminated, prevented, or controlled these losses. Security service professionals are equipped with expertise to handle such matters. Employing the service of security professionals who facilitate the installation of appropriate security measures in a facility and organization will be able to reduce disruption in the facility operations, minimize loss, and ultimately improve net profit. Security inspection. Security inspection tool is a tool to determine the possible risk facility in order to control or prevent possible loss or damage if company assets through this through assessment of what is happening from a security point of view, ensures that risks are recognized and cost-effective countermeasures are in place. Security inspection deals with the protections any person's facility, material, information, activity, and other assets that have a positive value to organization. These assets may also have value to an adversary, possibly in a different nature and magnitude to how the owners value them. So these are the benefits of employing security professionals in defined security inspection. Employing security professionals who facilitate the installation of appropriate security measures in a facility will reduce disruption in the facility operation, minimize loss, and improve its net profits. Security inspection also deals with the prevention of risk by taking action or using physical entities to reduce or eliminate one or more vulnerabilities. Vulnerabilities are weaknesses that can be exploited by an adversary to gain an asset. They include structural, procedural, electronic, human, and other elements that provide opportunities to attack assets. Purpose of security inspections: to determine compliance of security policies, to, de- to, to, de- to detect weakness in the existing security measures. 3. To assess assets and probability of risk or the likelihood that loss will take place. So for my own scopes, the role of security inspection in preventing risk and outlines their purpose. Risk prevention, so it's important. So security inspection also deals with the prevention of risk by taking action or using physical entities to reduce or eliminate one or more vulnerabilities.